here we are going to see about the polarization mode dispersion and the intermodal dispersion. Polarization mode dispersion. So the different frequency spectral component of a pulse which will acquire different polarization states, this will result in the pulse broadening and which is known as the polarization mode dispersion. So this polarization mode dispersion is the limiting factor for optical communication system at the higher data rates. So the effects of PMD must be compensated. So the cylindrical optical fibers which will do not generally maintain the polarization state of the light input for more than a few meters. Next we are going to see polarization. So it means it refers to an electric field orientation of the light signal which can vary significantly along the length of the fiber. So the PMD is similar to the wave dispersion which will lead to the pulse broadening due to slightly different propagation velocities of the two modes. The signal energy at the given wavelength which will occupy the two orthogonal polarization modes. That will consider the uniform birefringent fiber. The light energy in the fundamental now can travel in the bimodal form supporting the two components with orthogonal polarization states. So the birefringence of the medium will cause the two orthogonal components to travel at slightly different velocity. As a result, the polarization orientation of propagating light will rotate with distance. So the two modes exhibit different group delays of tau gx and tau gy. The resulting delay difference del tau pole occurring between the two orthogonally polarized components. So the delay difference can be expressed as del tau pole is equal to modulus of tau gx minus tau gy, that is equal to L modulus of L divided by Vgx minus Vgy, where Vgx and Vgy are the group velocities of the corresponding orthogonal components and L is the length of the fiber. So the parameters del tau pole is the polarized mode dispersion of the fiber. So by calculating the 3 decibel optical bandwidth, it is given by B is equal to 0.9 divided by del tau pole L hertz per kilometer. That is to characterize the PMD for long fiber length in terms of the mean value of the differential group delay, it can be expressed as del tau pole is equal to dPMD root of L. So dPMD is the average PDM parameter and which will be measured in PS by root kilometers. So and the typical values ranges from 0.1 to 1.0 PS by root kilometers. Next we are going to see about the intermodal dispersion. So an optical pulse which will launch into a multimode fiber propagates in the form of various modes which will jointly carry the total power. So these modes can travel along the fiber with the different group velocities, causing the different modes to have the different transmission times to reach the destination. So this will result in the broadening of the pulse at the output of the fiber. So this pulse broadening is called as the intermodal dispersion. So it also arises the propagation delay difference between the different modes in the multimode fiber. Next one is ray tracing approach. So it is often easier to estimate the pulse broadening due to the intermodal dispersion by visualizing the propagation of light with the help of ray tracing approach. So here it works well in the multimode fiber because the size of the core is much larger than the wavelength of the light propagating through it. So the intermodal dispersion which causes the pulse broadening is essentially arise from the difference in time, that is Tmax and T minimum. So the time Tmax is taken by longest ray congruence path corresponding to the highest order mode, and the time T minimum is taken by the shortest ray congruence path corresponding to lower order mode. So this single mode operation is no intermodal in dispersion, and therefore the pulse broadening is due to intramodal dispersion mechanism. So pulse broadening is due to the intermodal dispersion, is mostly significant in the case of step index multimode fiber. So this can be controlled to a great extent by using the graded index profile. So when an optical fiber is designed to have a near parabolic refractive index profile, the pulse broadening due to an intermodal dispersion which can be minimized. Next, pulse broadening in multimode step index fiber. So using the ray theory model, the fastest and the slowest modes propagating in the step index fiber, which may represent by axial ray and extreme meridional ray. So the paths taken at the two rays in the perfectly structured step index fibers are both the rays are traveling at the same velocity within the constant refractive index fiber core. So the delay difference is directly related to their respective path length within the fiber. So the time taken for axial ray to travel along the fiber of length L, which will gives the minimum delay time, that is T minimum. It is given by T minimum is equal to 1 by velocity of the light in the medium, that is 1 divided by C by N1 equal to L N1 by C. So where N1 is the core refractive index and C is the velocity of the light in free space. So the extreme meridional ray exhibit maximum delay time, that is Tmax, is Tmax is equal to L by cos theta C by C by N1, that is equal to L N1 by C cos theta C. So by applying these Snell's law of refraction at the core cladding interface, then sin phi C is equal to N2 by N1, that is equal to cos theta C. So substituting this equation third in equation 2 for cos theta C, we will get the Tmax as L N1 by C N2. So the delay difference between the extreme meridional ray and the axial ray may be obtained by subtracting the equations 1 and 4. Then we will receive the del T mode is equal to Tmax minus T minimum. So that is ln1 squared by Cn2 minus ln1 by C is equal to ln1 by C into n1 by n2 minus 1. That is equal to ln1 by C into n1 minus n2 divided by n2. So del T mode is equal to ln1 del by C. So where relative refractive index del is equal to n1 minus n2 divided by n2. So the above equation will be derived with an assumption that is del is less than 1, then n1 is equal to n2. So the equation fifth can be expressed in del T mod is equal to ln1 squared by Cn2 minus ln1 by C equal to ln1 squared by Cn2 into 1 minus n2 by n1, that is equal to ln1 squared by Cn2 into n1 minus n2 by n1. So that is del T mod is equal to ln1 squared del by Cn2. So the numerical aperture of the step index fiber with del is less than 1, it can be approximated as numerical aperture Na is equal to n1 root of 2 del. That is, using this approximation, the delay difference is responsible as Na squared is equal to n1 squared into 2 del. So that is del is equal to Na squared by 2n1 squared. By substituting the equation 8 in equation 5, then we will get del T mod is equal to ln1 by C into Na squared by 2n1 squared, that is equal to lNA squared by 2n1C. Okay, now the equation 5th and 9th are usually employed to estimate the maximum pulse broadening in time due to an intermodal dispersion multimode step index fibers. Then we are going to see about the RMS pulse broadening. So the useful quantity within this intermodal dispersion on an optical fiber link is the RMS pulse broadening that will result from the dispersion mechanism along the fibers. So when an optical fiber is a pulse P of t of unit area, then P of t is defined as integral minus infinity to infinity P of t into dt is equal to 1. So the rectangular pulse has been assumed to have the height of the 1 by del t mod and width of del t mod ranging from minus del t mod by 2 to del t mod by 2. So the total area of the pulse will remains unity, that is integral minus del t mod by 2 to del t mod by 2 P of t into dt is equal to 1. So the mathematical expression of the broadened pulse will be P of t is equal to 1 by minus del t mod for minus del t mod by 2 less than or equal to t less than or equal to del t mod by 2. So if it is a value is 0, then we take it as a otherwise. So the mean square value of the pulse broadening, which is due to the intermodal dispersion for multimode step index fibers, it can be defined as sigma squared mode is equal to m2 minus m1 squared. So that is a m1 minus m1 is first temporal moment which is equivalent to the mean value of the pulse, and m2 is the second temporal moment that is equivalent to the mean square value of the pulses. So next that is m1 is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity t into p of t into dt, that is m2 is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity t squared into p of t into dt. So the mean value m1 for an unit pulse input pulse is 0, and assuming that it is maintained for an output pulse and it can be obtained as sigma square mod is equal to m2 minus m1 square, that is equal to m2 minus 0. So sigma square mod is equal to m2 is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity t squared p of t into dt. So for the broadened pulse under the consideration over the range gives sigma square mod is equal to integral minus del t mod by 2 to del t mod by 2 1 by del t mod t squared dt, that is equal to 1 by del t mod into t cube by 3. Limits will be in from minus del t mod by 2 to del t mod by 2. So 1 by 3 into 1 by del t mod into del t mod by 2 the whole cube minus of minus del t mod by 2 the whole cube. So it will be becomes 1 by 3 del t mod into del t mod cube by 8 plus del t mod cube by 8 equal to 1 by 3 del t mod into del t mod cube by 4. So m2 value will be 1 by 3 del t mod by 2 the whole squared. So the at finalize the del t mod is equal to L of Na squared by 2n1 C. By substituting the above expression, we will get sigma mod is equal to 1 by 2 root 3 into L of Na squared by 2n1c is equal to L of Na squared by 4 root 3 n1c. That is sigma mod is equal to Ln1 del by 2 root 3 c, where Na is equal to n1 into root of 2 del. So it is clear that the RMS pulse broadening is due to the intermodal dispersion in the multimode step index fiber, which will depends on the relative index difference, that is del, and the length of the fiber will be L. So when the smaller value of the del will be reduced to the numerical aperture of fiber, then the smaller value of the numerical aperture will reduce the acceptance angle of the fiber, and the lower the capability of the fiber in order to gather power from source. Therefore, the multimode step index fibers are generally suffer from intermodal dispersion and are not suitable for long haul optical communications. Thank you.